Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. Let's see. It's Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. But we had chicken fajitas for dinner. That was such an easy dinner. 1 point for me. Okay, as far as keeping a good balance this week of working on Etsy, posting on my Facebook page, posting on Instagram, I'd say I'm doing well. Because today I made one new listing. Let's see, which way should I go? I'll go that way. I'm calling them the Positive Pails. They are the Positive Potato and the Axolotl with the note that says, I love you. Yeah, those two. So in order to have enough to really round out the listing, I made a new one today. I made a pink axolotl, pink positive axolotl. So now I'm trying to think of some other fruit, vegetable, small critter that I could modify with a very small sign to fit the category of positive pails. So I'm thinking. I also updated my Loaf Cats listing. Those aren't all of them. Those were just the ones I didn't put the mangy old cats in there. I have these two cats, Loaf Cats, that I made with an old loop yarn, and I call them mangy old cats because they've got a lot of loops in some spots and bare spots in others, and they look like mangy old cats, but I didn't put those in the group picture. So I got that uploaded and updated. And two of my axolotl listings needed updating. And then, since I had just done all this work reorganizing the axolotl listings and the inventory of axolotls, like I changed words around so that the larger items would come together, be separated from the smaller items. Like when I put them in inventory, I list them sometimes by the pattern name for axolotls. Like there's baby axolotl, there's fancy baby axolotl, but I list that as baby fancy because it goes with the baby ones. And then there's the fancy llama axolotl from the YouTube tutorial from Fancy Llama. But I had some bulky fancy llamas and some worsted weight fancy llamas. And I had them like fancy llama bulky, fancy llama. So you had some of the worsted weight coming above that in alphabetical order and some coming below. So I changed it to fancy plus llama. So that will, because of the because the plus sign, that'll move those up in one section, and then just plain fancy llama will come later. You didn't need to know all that, but that took me a while today. I did that. I went through all 26 pages of my inventory and made over 50 changes, reprinted out a fresh copy, and then I've made two things since then, so it is no longer up to date. Yeah. I have added $500 to inventory since it was August 1st when I last updated this. Yep. I need to get some good craft shows in this fall to get the inventory down. So I updated or created 3 listings or 4 on Etsy. I posted to Instagram. I posted to my business Facebook page, and I finished 2 items, and I finished the first cake of the Mandela yarn for my Yarn Flippin' Friday bag. So, woot woot, and I did version 2.0 of the eggshell chick. Okay, this was version 1. This was version 1.0, and I said I didn't like the head. The head needed to be bigger. And these are variations on the same. It's going to have the same body, but 3 different ways to wear the eggshell once I get it all finalized. So there's version 2.0. So instead of the Roman helmet of the eggshell, this one has got more like a cap of the eggshell. Still not entirely happy with this. I tried to do, well, I like the nose better. Compare noses. I like the nose better. I like the shape of the head better. So it is getting better. When I did the eggshell hat, I tried to do it continuously. Like I worked around in the front loops only and did sort of I think I did a couple of single crochets, then a half double with a little picot on there. And then I went back and I did my decreases in the back loops. Well, that left like a circle of the head color showing there. Not good. So I went in and tried to slip stitch over that, and it took a lot of time. So I'm thinking the next time I might just do back loop only, start my decreases, and then go back and crochet in the front loops to put the rim on the eggshell and see how that works. I think that might look cleaner. But I'm making progress. I need to type it up now so I can see how the changes work out. Like on this one, the wings are 1 round lower, and I think I like that better. So it's part of the design process. You have to keep changing things and changing things. So for this one, I was using all yellow. For this one, oh yeah, I used all orange on this one. Although I was pulling from the inside and the outside, the inside was a pale orange and the outside was a brighter orange. So it gives it sort of a tweed look. Happy with, I'd give myself a B plus for this one. I'd probably give this one a C. B plus. I'm getting closer to an A grade. And I feel like a pattern has to have an A grade before I will send it to testers. Okay, so I did those ducks. I had just a little bit of yellow left, and just a little bit of orange left to finish off that cake of yarn. So I held them together, and I made one of my favorites, my micro octo. And you can see on this one where the yellow and orange up at the top, the orange doesn't show that much, but the orange shows up more. If I hold it back here, does it show up better? It's definitely darker orange in, there we go. You see that? Darker orange in the tentacles than it is in the head. But it worked out very nicely. I had maybe 1 or 2 yards of each when I finished. So I put them into my scrap bag for when I'm embroidering things, like if I make a donut with sprinkles and I need some color yarn to make the sprinkles, or what else do I use those scraps? I could just tie them together for a scrappy ball of yarn for a Mr. Ugly. We'll see what I do with them. I'm just tickled that I have finished off one of the cakes. I did start another project. I started a monkey using the other mandala cake and a strand of fingering weight white yarn. So it's giving sort of a tweedy look. And it's going to be more of a patchwork monkey. Like the arms might be blue and the legs might be purple, and I'm not sure yet what color the body or the head are going to be. But I'm just sort of, it said to make the, sorry about that. It said to make the arms first. I probably have enough dark teal. Yeah, doctor couldn't find a reason for my constant cough. Ran tests. Not quite sure. Just suggested a bunch of over-the-counter things to try, like allergy meds. And I don't want to go on allergy meds. My daughter says they make her sleepy. And I take enough naps already. Okay, monkey. Working on the arms, I probably have enough of the dark teal that I could do the arms and the legs in that color, and then try to do the body and the head in one of the other colors, maybe the ears in a third color, the ears and maybe the face muzzle. So I'm playing it by ear, and we'll see how cute this turns out. I did cross a few things off my to-do list today. I signed up for a show next month down in Pennsylvania. I've probably had that form for months and months and months. I did some researching on trying to find some more shows to fill out my schedule. Like, I only have, I think, 2 per month right now. Well, there's one in September. I think there were 2 in October and 2 in November. And I really was hoping, I don't have any lined up for December. I was really hoping for like almost every week to have something going on, because I have so much inventory and I want to get cleared out. But maybe my Etsy shop will do better than usual this year. We'll see. So my husband's workshop is right underneath here, and there's some strange noises coming from there, distracting me. You probably can't hear because the microphone wouldn't pick it up, but just like, what is he doing down there? Okay. I still have a couple of hours. I can go play with yarn. I do have an order that I probably should start working on. I have, I think, 2 works in progress in the basket. There's still the dragon, and there is the hooks and needles bear. I did work on that for a few rows today, but the yarn was being so splitty, it was making me very frustrated. And then I tried switching from the hook they sent to a cheap Temu hook, and the cheap Temu hook worked better. So, okay, I'll use that one. So I'll go take a look at my to-do list and see which project will rise to the top now. I have an empty project basket here from yesterday when I finished the boba tea. I just dropped it. There we go. There's my boba. Where's the face? Face is supposed to show. I'd like to make some more of these, but there are so many things on my restock list and my purchase not made list and my wanna make list. It's like, yeah, take a number. That's what I should do. I should assign numbers to everything on my list and random number generator. Pick a number from 1 to 37. The problem is when I do that, it'll say number 19. Nah, I don't want to do that. Pick a number from 1 to 37. Number 4. Nah, not feeling that. Pick a number. Yep. There's not much good in doing a random number saying, I'm going to let you pick my next project if you don't actually let it pick the next project. Yeah. That's how I roll. Okay, I am going to roll out to the living room and play with yarn some. And you see, I actually wore almost long sleeves today, 3/4 sleeves, because when I got up this morning, it was like 59 degrees out. And then about the time I was getting dressed, it was still in the low 60s. It did get up into the 70s today. It's supposed to be 72 tomorrow. But it just felt sort of chilly after being in 80s and 90s for so long. It's like, I'm wearing long sleeves today. And I've been pretty cozy. And I even pulled a blanket over me to take my afternoon nap today. And boy, did that knock me out. It wasn't my crocheted Snuggie blanket. It's got to be cold in the house to bring out the crocheted Snuggie blanket. It was just a little penguin fleece. But I just needed a little bit of extra warmth to get cozy. Okay, I should take these out. These are the little snips that came in the Loops and Threads box kit. Oh, I just... Don't cut yourself when you're trying to... I'm trying to take the plastic off, but the safety guard came off. It seems like lately I've really been having a problem with my scissors up on my chair. I have some scissors on a string that I'm supposed to put back right here. Yeah. To my right, they're supposed to tuck them into the box of supplies so that the string, the crocheted black and yellow, so it's very obvious, little lanyard sticks out so you can get them. Well, I'll be working on a project. I have a tray that I've been putting the Mandela projects in. And I'll leave the scissors in there. So instead of being right here, they're like just out of reach over there. So if I put this into my craft cart, right at the edge of the craft cart where it's within reach, there'll be one more method for just doing that little snip of the yarn that I need to. Okay. Bye-bye. It is definitely time to go play with yarn after I get this edited and uploaded. Okay, the only pattern link I have for this one would be for the Micro Octo, although I could put up the link for the Loaf Cats because the majority of the Loaf Cats shown are from the free tutorial from False Bubbles. Did I show you any other? The Positive Pails, the potato, and the axolotl, that's just something I did up myself, and I've got it typed and I've got notes written all over it. I haven't had it tested or done anything with that. I don't know if that would be of interest. I feel like I need to get a few more varieties in there so that when I send it, it would have the last page of the PDF would be like a page that you could print onto labels or onto cardstock and cut them out for the signs. My printer won't take cardstock. So I print them out on address labels, and then I put the individual address labels onto the cardstock. You know, I think I have full sheets of address label paper. I could just plop the whole sheet onto cardstock, and then I wouldn't have to mess with. Okay, I forgot about that. For the third time, or is it the fourth? Bye bye.